IHTM Sports.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Tomahawk Stadium, nestled in the village of Indian Hill. Tonight we have a regional semifinal matchup between your Indian Hill Braves and the Bishop Fenwick Falcons. We're going to take a break here and have the national anthem. We'll come back with a little more. Sam Johnston and I are going to have fun tonight talking about lacrosse.
Be loud, be proud, be positive. The officials assigned to this contest have been selected according to the procedures adopted by the Ohio Lacrosse Association. The officials for today's contest are Walter Petrie, Mark Osika, and Michael Lundquist. We live in a country like no other. We ask everyone to please rise and remove your caps for the playing of the national anthem.
Okay, here we are. Sam, what do you think? We've seen Bishop Fenwick before in this situation in regional semifinals, but it's been a few years, and the outcome was not what we'd hoped for the last time we played them in this situation.
It has. Fenwick's one of those teams, Mike, you know, if you talk about the top 3 or 4 teams in Cincinnati, it seems like they cycle through about every 3 or 4 years, have a good senior class, a lot of upperclassmen, and put out a team that competes with, you know, Marymount, Indian Hill, the teams that are kind of at the upper echelon. And this year seems to be that year.
Yeah, they come in at 18-2. Their only losses are to Marymount and to CHCA. I believe the CHCA game was a close game, 18-16. They lost that game, and then Marymount was a little bit more one-sided. But again, that was the first game of the season, and that's Marymount, so you can't really count that one. So they've got a lot of wins. We don't have a lot of common opponents, a few, but at this point in the season, you can't really look to much of that either because they've won all their games in the playoffs, and so has Indian Hill. So,
aside from that CHCA game, they really haven't played in too many tight games. They did play Miamisburg to an 11-10. I think what you have to question here, Mike, is it's really tough to tell how good this team is going to be even with only a 2-loss record because they really just haven't played the level of competition that Indian Hill's played so far.
Right.
But we're about to find out.
We'll find out very, very quickly. They look like they have good size, and ball's down on the face-off, picked up by Charlie DeGennaro, and he's going straight to the goal. Spins back around, shoots off cage. It's going to be backed up by Will Adair.
That's a nice face-off win there. They've got Nick Adair playing out on that wing for the face-off. Looks like Will is back at X. Robbie Gutman's on the crease.
Uh-oh.
Drop ball by
that
number
was,
13,
Jackson
Ravenhold.
Nick Adair, the little vacuum cleaner, comes up with it.
Ridge DeMollions out on that left-handed side. Expect to see him dodge from out there. Get that big shot going.
It back out to Jackson.
They're going to wing this around and get comfortable.
You think they're looking for Robbie on the crease? That's what they did in the last game almost exclusively, with Robbie lighting it up for 11 goals.
Looks like Fenwick's coming out early playing a 2-3 zone with maybe a bump guy in the back. I don't know, keeping the one man on the crease. So it's really a 3-3 zone.
There's Charlie's winding up again, shot off cage again, just off left. Both of his shots have been just off left. If he dials that in.
If anything, Indian Hill should be comfortable playing against the zone. They played it almost exclusively against Summit.
Yes.
Managed to score some goals there. So you got to feel like they're
here's
getting
a shot to the middle to Robbie. Robbie shoots a save.
Nice
Ball's
save.
loose on the ground outside the crease. Will Adair comes up with it, loses it, and then as before, Nick Adair seems to come out with all the ground balls when it gets into a scrum there.
Goalie for the Falcons made a nice save there, just couldn't control the rebound.
Yeah, he did.
Bit of a scrum in front, and
Robbie, they got the ball to Robbie, but it was kind of a contested shot, straight overhand though, bounced it in. It looked like it might go, but the goalie got his stick down.
it's good play into the Braves' favor that they're so focused on Robbie, because there's a lot of scorers on this team.
Yeah.
But you can see what they're doing, Mike. They're playing a zone, and they double up that ball pretty quick on those wings. That ball goes outside.
I like what I'm seeing. They're moving the ball around a lot just to get a feel for the defense. There's Ridge bumping this guy a little bit, knocks the ball loose. Will Adair sneaks out and comes up with the ground ball. That was nice. Down to Robbie Gutman, in for the goal.
And right where they left off.
Right where they left off. That was, it's good to see our guys moving and dodging with their heads up.
Well done by Will. He cuts across. Guy comes off the crease, and Robbie sticks his stick up and makes that move up top.
It was really a nice look by Will. Like I said, it's really good when our guys are dodging with their heads up, because he
Steps up and puts that one in the back of the goal.
A lot of opportunities out there.
Good start for the Braves.
Let's see if we can win a clean faceoff.
Got the same lineup here. We got Will Kleetkamp on that far wing with the long pole.
Cooper's fighting for it.
Nick Adair up. It's headed towards the defensive zone for the Braves.
And Fenwick's going to control it.
First test for the Braves D.
They got their touch and a spin move. Robert Brunner with the save. Kicks it out to Cooper Weiler, who goes screaming up the sideline. To Charlie. Charlie's going in. Oh,
nice bounce shot.
Bounce shot, but it's backed up by Will Adair.
Well, one change we've seen from last week, Mike. The shooting's going off level, which is good to see from the start.
Yeah. That
Fenwick player took that shot early.
Yes. It was a nice move from the top.
Deep hole fell down.
Charlie shooting off to the left. He's got to take some of the whip out of that stick, I think.
Good possession shot. He wants him to know he's there. He's going to make that creaseman slide. As Robbie clears out, goes back behind.
Kicks it back out to Ridge. Kind of a handcuff pass, but he picked it up off the ground. Jackson Ravenhold out top to Hayden Wentz. Hayden Wentz down to Charlie. Charlie's going to Will. Good defense. Good aggressive defense.
Short pole defense.
Another shot, bounce shot over the top of the cage. Charlie's 0 for 4, but he's dialing it in.
He's gets closer every time.
Every time. That was the closest he's been so far. And he went overhand that time, which, if Coach McKay happens to be watching, I'm sure he's smiling.
We hope Coach McKay is getting better. He had shoulder surgery recently.
Yeah. Nice feed to the middle. Robbie comes back out, kicks it out to, Hayden Wentz with a nice shot from
the right-hand gun.
10 yards out, right on the top. Good feed by Robbie Gutman.
Let's check that out on replay. That ball movement really was
the ball movement's been really good so far. And that was really smart of Robbie not to force that in. Hayden takes a couple steps, winds up, and lets it go.
Nice skip. They're moving that crease guy over. They're just trying to stay on Robbie because they know he's dangerous.
Yeah.
Somebody's going to be open.
Well, if they're sliding to Robbie, he's going to find the open guy, and that's exactly what he did that time with Hayden.
Who's taking our face here? Is that Cooper?
That's Cooper again, and lost the face that time, and Fenwick's coming up right down the middle, bulldozing their way. That's not going to work. Nick Adair comes up with the loose ball. Oh, that's a high hit. Kicks it back to Rudy. Rudy flips it out. Uh-oh.
Almost a hospital pass there.
Oh. Will Adair comes up with the loose ball. Oh, takes a
Nice
shot,
save.
bounces off the goalie.
Nice man
Will
ball.
comes up with his own ground ball on a nice man ball with Charlie Deege. Kicks it over. Oh, a little bit too tall for Robbie. And it was
Past the Gutman high,
it's going to go out of bounds off the Fenwick player's stick, and it's going to stay with the Braves.
Fenwick seems a little anxious on offense, Mike. If I were them, I think you'd want to settle that ball down, maybe give your defense a little bit of a rest, wheel that ball around and kind of figure out what you have. But it seems like they try to play fast.
Well, if you look at their scores, they've scored a lot of goals this year. And as you said, not against teams. Oh, there's Robbie with another goal.
Oh, and Robbie
that
goes
was-
high to high.
Robbie's
Beautiful
hot
shot.
rod Robbie Gutman's going at it again.
Look, they've got a guy on him. It doesn't seem to matter.
It doesn't matter.
He pops out on the crease.
He's got some height, and look at his shot.
He
Straight
rolls,
overhand.
and the slide is late.
You can't get a stick on that shot as a defender. If you start where he did and bring it right up over the top.
He's really figured out that his movement on that crease has given him a lot of opportunities. Popping out. His teammates are finding him.
Okay, we got James Vollmer now taking the face-off. Now James is our next man up as a D-pole, but he takes face-offs with a shorty.
This is
it's
number
nice to have
14 for Fenwick's a nice face-off
He
kid.
moves.
He's doing
moves
really
good.
well. Cole Bradshaw.
Oh, and a nice goal by Fenwick off the wing. Not sure exactly what happened there,
That was
but
Will Grant,
he was
junior attackman, number 11.
he was wide open over there. I'm not
Or
sure what
45.
happened on our defense. We have a replay of that. I got to it too late, but
I think they
I'm
just got
surprised
fast.
that we have somebody out there guarding him. That was a. But yeah, they don't hold the ball very long, do they, Sam?
We got the
they
Devine
like to
brothers
shoot.
back on defense. Ken and Carson, number 33 and 32.
Antoine Peak is playing back on defense. I think
Antoine's back there
Cooper Weiler's
with the
taking
short pull.
What
He'll
the? I don't know what happened there. Ball's going to be down on the ground, scooping it around. It's come up by Will Kleekamp, showing his stick skills a little bit. Kicks it back to X to Charlie.
Oh, and they've got
Charlie's got him hung up
got
at
him
X.
hung,
That's going to be a goal.
and that's a goal.
I called that before he made the dodge, but he got around the guy. What's the whistle for? No goal. I don't know why, but there's no goal. I don't know what the call was. Oh, okay. We had a man over the line. They like to move the ball fast up the middle, don't they?
They do.
But we'll see. This is a game of passing and catching, Sam. You can run fast all day long, but if you can't pass and catch all the way across to Will Kleekamp. Will's going back to Rudy in the cage. Rudy's going to step up.
I like Rudy's been moving up a little bit
Yeah,
to
he
create
has.
that
He
space, making that defender
There's-
think about it.
Carson Devine,
Carson clears, and guess who's got it?
Charlie Deege with the ball again.
Charlie Deege.
He's still scoreless now, even though it looked
Jackson
like he had a
Ravenhold
goal.
playing up top. There's Wentz. We didn't see much of him last game.
No, he's working his way back from an
And
injury.
a nice dodge.
Oh,
Nice
that's
dodge
a
and shot.
very low angle shot, but it was nice to see him get that off. And no, he took that with his left hand.
Yep, he did. One more step up field on that, and that's
Yep.
he's got a little bit better of an angle, and he'll get there.
Oh, Charlie just blows by his guy. There's a goal. Oh no, the guy got a stick on his stick, and
Good backup.
good hustle by the goalie though. Goalie
Slide
was
came
all over
quick,
it.
which he's got to expect.
Yeah,
Still able to
he
get
did.
that
He-
shot off.
He absolutely fooled his defender, but there was a slide coming on him immediately. So
And they are still playing this 3-3 zone, it looks like.
there's Will Adair, broke his stick. The goalie picks the ball up and
He's
up
got to
they-
clear.
Up they
doesn't he?
go. That's a nice clear.
And they're playing
It's a
fast.
fast
They're
break.
creating a fast break opportunity. Clearly, they practiced that.
Again, drop the ball. Kenny Devine doesn't drop the ball. He comes up with it and kicks it to.
And the Braves are
Cooper.
fast.
Uh-oh. Now what? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Where's offsides?
I don't see it.
I don't see offsides, White.
Somebody must have come out of the box early.
Yeah, that was Mr. Osika over there. I don't
He
generally
does a
question
pretty
his
good
calls.
job. I
He knows-
don't
He
question
knows what
his
he's
calls.
talking about.
Yeah.
And
Taking the broken stick off field.
looks like they brought Wally out of his cave to come out and coach a high school game.
Oh, it's good to see Mr. Petrie out on the field.
I haven't seen him in quite a while. I think that was
Southern Ohio Lacrosse owes a lot to
Yes,
Wally
they
Petrie.
sure do.
He's the godfather
Oh.
of coaching of reffing down here for sure.
well, and coaching. I
Done
guess
it for a number of years.
He's coaching up at Loveland now too.
Oh, is he?
So yeah.
Good for him. I guess he's had to listen to coaches tell him how to ref for so long, he figured he could.
Hey, that was a
Flip the other way.
failure to advance on Fenwick, so Indian Hill's going to come up with the ball again.
Good job by that Braves defense to
Robbie Gutman comes up the field with the ball, goes down the side. He's got a wide open to the cage, kicks it back behind to Nick. Nick out to Charlie. Charlie shoots and scores. Oh, no, behind the cage. Scooped
ground ball's
up, scooped
picked up.
up. Robbie Gutman comes up with the ground ball. He steps in the crease.
one move too many.
Yep. He tried to do a swim dodge, and the defender bumped him, and it pushed him back just a couple inches, and his foot came down and touched the crease.
Offside call.
What's that?
Flag down. I believe it was an offside.
On Fenwick, so we'll be a man up. All right, let's see what our man up can do.
30-second technical.
With,
Who's out there?
We got Charlie, Hayden Wentz, Nick Adair, Will Adair, Ridge DeMolin, and Robbie Gutman.
I think we might see Ridge shoot here. What do you think?
I would like to see Ridge shoot.
It's the same defense they play when.
I'd like to see Ridge step up a little bit here. There's Charlie. Will
Will with a nice rip.
Nice shot from Will.
Little wide.
Little
possession shot.
Three-quarter shot.
Ball
Back
movement's
out.
good.
Here's Ridge kicking it up to Charlie. Charlie, you can't give him that much room, guys.
Flag
Another
down.
flag down. Ridge face dodge and
Oh.
scores. What a nice move.
That is a pretty
What
goal
a
by
pretty
Ridge.
move by Ridge.
Used to seeing Ridge shoot outside, but
Well,
he's got
I
an
think
inside move.
Fenwick thought that. That's why
We're going to watch
closed on
Ridge,
him.
number 17 on your screen. He's going to get this ball.
Watch him fake the
Face
shot
dodge the
and then
first
face
defender.
dodge and then just dumped it around the second defender as a screen. And Small had no
Yeah,
chance.
small window there, Mike.
So now what do
He's
we
able
got?
to put
There's
it
no, they'll wipe that flag off. It was just a offsides, right?
Not sure what the penalty was on the second
I don't
second
know.
flag.
It looks like it's going to stick because they don't have a wingman over here. I don't know what the penalty was.
Didn't hear it on the PA system.
No. 4:09 left in the first quarter. The Braves are up 4-1. And we got, okay, Cooper's on a wing this time, so that would put Will Adair at the face-off X.
And
he
a
wins
nice
that.
face-off win for Will to his brother.
Nick comes up the field. Ridge gets the touch. Let's get Ridge going here. A little bit of confidence goes a long way sometimes. You get that first goal and Robbie to Ridge.
I think Ridge likes his
Charlie to
matchup.
Ridge.
I think they like that matchup
Here it
down
comes,
there.
here it comes. Boom.
Yeah,
It's not stopping
they're not
that.
gonna stop him there.
No, that's not going to stop. They just, and I like what they did. They passed it back and forth from X to Ridge, Ridge to the top, back to Ridge, down to X, back to Ridge until they got that gap that they were looking for in the defense.
Yeah, they're really, that number 7 on defense, it looks like, is having a really tough time covering Ridge over there. He's got a tough assignment, granted.
Well, if
If I'm
move
the Indian
ball-
Hill coaches on offense, I know where I'm going. I'm looking for 7, and I'm going to pick on him.
That was a really good example of man up, where if you move the ball fast enough and enough times, you're going to get an open shot. And that was an open shot.
Well, we're joined up here tonight by Chris Lopez, who is
The legend.
Who is a legend. He doesn't get enough airtime because he's always behind a camera. And for those of you Braves fans who are out there, you probably see him scurrying down to the games and up to the booth and scurrying out of the games to get the videos loaded. Chris has been with the Braves lacrosse program, the boys program now for 7 years, longer than anyone. And he's done the girls' films for 6 years, and he's an excellent videographer. And I know that the teams really appreciate having him. Plus, he's just a fun guy to hang around with, too.
Yes, he is. I can tell you that Sam and I took stats for the Braves for 4 years, and Chris was a big part of that because we'd run home after the game was over, and by the time I got home and fired up YouTube, he'd already have the games uploaded.
Yeah,
or to Huddle. I'm sorry, not
you
YouTube.
couldn't beat Chris.
No, he was very fast, and so we had the ability to, right after the game, we'd go back and just scan through to make sure that all of our stats were correct and pick up anything that we weren't sure of. So it's a really useful tool to have when you have good video, and to get it uploaded that quickly is
Key.
is really a plus.
Braves will face off.
Who we got? Is
We're
that,
all even.
Vollmer, or is that Cooper? Cooper with the long pole.
Cooper with the long stick.
This is how we started, isn't it?
Cooper Weiler.
Nick Adair, Cooper Weiler, and Will Kleekamp. So that
Yep.
puts Antoine Peak back at X.
Antoine's back.
Come on, Will. Oh. Good hustle for the ball. Good fight. But Fenwick's going to come up with it. Here they go. They move fast when they get their hands on the ball, and there's a shot and a score. I'll tell you what, you got to get in front of these guys. They're not going to keep the ball in their stick very long.
Senior midfielder Jake Lynn helped with the score there. And you're right, Mike, they do not play a settled offense at all.
It's fast break all the time.
Yep. I think they're playing Virginia here, maybe.
Yeah, sure looks like it. All right, here we go again.
Coach Phil Keegan borrowing from Lars.
Lars Tiffany's fast break offense.
Got to do something.
Okay, here's Will Kleekamp charging up the middle. Oh, I wish he'd have kept that and run up the middle about 10 more steps. He would have had Will Adair wide open on the crease. Here's Charlie.
Charlie with 3 on him.
Spinning out, coming out to the top, setting up the offense.
As the midfielders come out. I like it. They're dodging before they've got
I like that pass. Another good pass.
Oh, and Robbie was
a little
thinking
hesitant.
about it.
He could have gone to Ridge there, but
yeah.
Get out of there, Will. That was a little too much. Kick it back to the goalie. Smart play by the deep hole.
And you know what they're doing here?
They're running. That's all they do is run.
And you'll notice if they have to settle, they've got trouble handling the ball.
Yeah, I was just going to say, now let's see them in their settled offense. I don't know if we've seen this yet.
Up top, they've got number 14, Colt Bradshaw, junior midfielder. He's got some speed, too.
He's a strong dodger. And then, again, Sam, you nailed it. When they have to move the ball and pass the ball around, they're not as efficient because the
nice ground ball.
Nice pickup.
Oh, look, they're spreading out.
Are they going to man?
Oh, they're going man.
Will Adair's going to shoot here and bounce shot over the top. Robbie Gutman's going to back it up.
I think he wishes he
he gave it to the goalie.
It was a close one.
That was close.
Will wants that shot back.
And I think Robbie wants that backup back. I think he had the opportunity to get that, but he just wasn't the first one there. Here's Antoine Peak playing some defense, moving his feet.
Number 9, Hayden Wentz out there with the short stick.
Braves look a little unsettled on defense right there.
Well, they haven't played much.
No,
they played mostly in fast break.
They haven't played settled too much.
They didn't play the last game much.
As you said, if they're not shooting and they pass too much, they wind up turning the ball over. So let's see if that holds true here. You get them into a settled offense. Shot, saved by Rudy, excuse me.
Carson Devine doing a nice job staying on that man to make that shot go
another
up high.
quick pass. They just don't waste any time.
No, they're going straight to the goal.
All right. Carson Devine comes up with the ground ball, kicks it back to Rudy. He wanted to go to Hayden Wentz, but had a guy right in front of him, so Carson Devine will bring it up and turn around and go back to the defensive end. Charlie's going to the middle, beautiful feet. Oh, and the goalie makes a great save on Will Adair.
That was a beautiful save. Will Adair parked right on the crease.
And it's backed up by Fenwick.
I think he thought the goalie wasn't going to be able to get over that quick. He was going to be able to put it in. And
it looked like a very pretty, fast transition goal.
Izzy Moore, the senior goalie, with a nice save for the Falcons.
Is he?
And they're playing fast.
They
get behind.
fast.
They're getting behind the defense.
Nice save by Robert.
Bruner with a nice save.
Ground balls are
Hard to come by.
it's an adventure. There's Nick Adair comes up with it. Get out of there, Nick.
Nick's doubled.
Oh, really
Comes
nice
out of
play
it.
by Nick. Spins out, kicks it up to
And they're fast. They got numbers.
Cooper. Oh, this is trouble. Oh, Ridge. Ridge had
Ridge
it
with
open.
the wide open net.
I don't know. Was he shooting or was he feeding across?
I think he wanted to pass, and then he decided at the last minute to shoot, and it became a fast.
Fast.
Or whatever. I don't know.
I'm not
It's
sure.
a spaz.
Here's Charlie. Charlie shooting. That's off to the right. What the heck? That's
And
backed
Ridge-
up by the goalie. Ridge didn't make
Ridge
a move toward it.
The
Come
Mullen
on,
was
Ridge.
stapled there, I think, to the crease.
Yeah,
Not sure what happened there, Mike.
I'm not
With
sure.
Ridge. It is hot outside, but
Yeah, but it's
he
early.
plays attack.
There's 7/10 of a second left in the.
Hey,
That's
that-
the first quarter. So at the end of one, it's Braves 5, Bishop Fenwick 2, and Bishop Fenwick is they're fun to watch when they get the ball and the transition. They are an exciting team to watch come down the field.
I mean, if you play offense, you got to like playing for Coach Keegan here because, boy, there's green light on every play. They've been very good at getting behind the defense when they've had the opportunity. They just haven't had the number of opportunities.
And your other comment, if they pass it too many times. Looking at our Division II tournament bracket here, we've got, as you can see, Indian Hills advanced through 2 of their games. They're playing in their third. I guess they've got them circled in red. It must be somebody that knows something that maybe we don't yet. But then Fenwick beat Seven Hills and
Franklin to get here.
Franklin to get here. Thank you, Sam.
On the other side of the bracket, Marymount and CHCA are going to face off. Marymount, obviously the number 1 seed, played Madeira, had a win over Anderson to get there, and they're the favorite to win that game tonight. We would expect Marymount to be in that bracket over CHCA. You never know what happens, but it's because it's tournament time. But
Right.
this time of the year, you can usually count on
And you got
Marymount being in that semifinals, in that final spot.
CHCA beats McNick in the first round and Turpin in the second round to get here. Now, I'm going to ask you this, Sam. I was asking Coach McKay this the other day. Isn't it unusual to see Anderson in a Division II bracket? Because there have always been a Division I team.
That is interesting, and I think you know.
I wondered. I know it's based on enrollment, but
It is, and OHSAA fluctuates their number
They do.
every year as well too. So I'm imagining it's like Kings having moved up
Yes,
from Division
yes.
2 to Division 1.
right. But
I
that was a
don't-
growing community, and,
Correct,
and
yeah.
that's what happened there. But I was surprised. You don't often see a Division I team come back down to Division II. So, but Anderson is clearly
point.
Division II. And I guess it's their first year because last year didn't count. I don't know if they were officially Division II last year in 2020, but nobody played any games, so it's kind of irrelevant. So, but I was surprised to see that. I was happy to see us have Anderson on our schedule because I thought they were a Division I team. It's nice to get more D1 teams on your schedule, but and I found out that they're D2.
Got Kenny Devine playing over on this wing close to us.
I like this. I like Kenny on the wing.
Cooper
He's-
Weiler taking the face-off for the Braves.
And then Nick Adair on the other side. Cooper gets.
And they're fast.
Going fast. It's shot behind. Shot behind, Rudy.
It's on
He
the
didn't
net.
know where it was. Now the ride is going to get out of that crease, Rudy. He stayed in the
violated.
crease. He stayed in too long. Got to get out of there. And that's Wally Petrie back there doing the counting, and we know he can count to 5. So that's. I was just going to say, Fenwick did a better job that time of riding and shutting down our clear. But here comes Fenwick again, shooting. That's got to go. Yeah, good hustle.
Good
Rudy
defense
gets
by
the-
Cooper. He stayed on that shooter's hands.
Yeah, he
and
did.
You hear coaches saying stay on their hands, and that's why.
Yep. It's hard to get a shot off when you. Oh, what was that? Wally was standing right there. He must not have thought much of it. So long clear up to Robbie Gutman.
Wally reffing a lot of college games. He's probably accustomed to some shenanigans going on, huh, Mike?
I would imagine. Yeah,
He's
that's-
also the kind of referee that's only going to make the good calls in a semifinal match as well, too.
Oh, Charlie gets stripped. That's going to make him mad. That's going to be a penalty probably on Charlie. Nope, he lets off and lets the guy go.
Lefty pull.
Look at
for
this.
the Falcons
Even their poles are running, Sam. There isn't a guy in this Fenwick team. He stepped in the crease. But any guy in red in a gold helmet is going to the goal. They don't have any.
I think if you had to classify their offense, it's go. And if you're not going, go.
Get it up. Carson Devine kicks it up. Oh, all the way back to Will Adair.
Will likes this matchup.
Boy, Fenwick's got some. What's it called? To get a timeout. That's a great timeout by Jamie.
Foley calls the timeout for the Braves.
Will's
good possession timeout. That could be important.
I think Will's talking to Mr. Osika there, asking him if he likes the hot weather and wondering why he didn't throw a flag there. But what I've noticed is Fenwick is big and physical. If I had to guess, they have a pretty good football team because they're big, strong, physical guys. Our guys haven't been able to dodge very successfully against them, physically dodge against them.
They've got a lot of experienced kids on this team too,
fast.
Mike. You and I were looking at the roster beforehand. Obviously a pretty full sideline over there for them. And of that sideline, what did we count? 12 seniors?
12 seniors. That's a lot of seniors for, well, I guess in 19 we had 16 seniors.
But it's important for a team, and I think that translates on the field too, right? Seniors play with a lot of confidence, upperclassmen do.
Well, and they're typically just a little bit bigger and a little bit more mature, and yeah, that all plays into it.
Let's see what the offensive coaches for Indian Hill can come up with as they break from the huddle. Ridge DeMolian, Jackson Rabinold.
Definitely have some weapons. Let's just see if we can keep
Nick Adair,
spinning that ball, keep moving
Nick
that
Adair
ball.
playing two ways.
Yeah. And
he stays out on defense and is also on the set offense.
And then Robbie
Gutman playing at X.
Robbie the crease monkey. Nick waves Jackson out of the way. He's going to take it from the wing here. Let's see how this goes. 14's one of their biggest, strongest guys. Good feed.
Good feed. Robbie was looking at the shot before he had the.
That would have been a nice play. We're getting good looks and we're making nice feeds. I want to see him continue to move the ball around, which they are. I mean, this is good.
I like Ridge's matchup over here on this left wing. They're playing sort of a 1-4-1 right now.
Oh.
And with no backup. That's going to be Falcons' ball.
That was a nifty little shot by Will Adair. He's kind of trying to sneak one in there from the wing. I think it was just off cage. I don't know if the goalie got a piece of it.
Braves looking a little lethargic out there, Mike, on offense.
I've noticed that on some of their backups and some of their. And that was a big hit.
That's a legal hit.
That is a legal hit, and that's Ridge DeMolin battling with number 7. Ridge is going in. Oh, unselfish pass, but I think he probably could have.
Ridge is trying too hard to be unselfish, Mike.
That shoulda, woulda, coulda been a Ridge goal, and Fenwick throws the ball. Well, not out of bounds yet. Now it is. So that's going to go back to Indian Hill. Alex Grace on the sideline. He's coming off right now. Who's coming in? Robbie Gutman. Kicks it up to Jackson Rabinold.
Jackson carries.
Jackson goes to the middle. Nice ball carry.
Oh,
Nick Adair. Oh, boy. Oh, nice.
Beautiful feed on the crease. Let's check out this replay. Nick Adair dodges and beats his man up top. I think what we're going to see is a slide from the guy off the crease, and they've been having trouble with that one.
I think Ridge was stunned that there wasn't anybody
beats his
closer
man
to him.
And there's a slide.
There's nobody, and he thought somebody should certainly be here, so I'm just going to turn and flip it. But
and Ridge had to shoot that one lefty. I think he was even thinking about maybe switching hands just to go right because he had so much time.
He had a lot of time down there. But
nice goal by Ridge DeMol.
I like the dodge. I like the feed on that one. That's what made that play, is draw that slide, hit the open man.
We've got freshman midfielder Alex Grace out on the wing.
Fenwick comes away with the ground ball on the faceoff again.
And They get a touch.
I'll be curious, Sam. It just crossed my mind with as fast as Fenwick runs on offense. I'm wondering if this heat's going to eventually wear them out a little bit, because they don't seem to be they weren't running there. They were just moving the ball up into their 6-on-6, which is clearly not their preferred offense.
It is warm outside, and,
It is.
and of course on that turf this time of day.
Probably
with
10
that sun
degrees
glow.
hotter out there
Yeah,
on the turf.
It's warm.
Alex Grace with some nice D. Oh, shot. That's going to be backed up by Rudy. Robert Brunner gets back, and
The Ohio Northern commit.
oh, look at this. Here we
Backing
go.
up.
Here we whoa.
Flag down.
I don't see
Flag
it.
down.
I didn't see it. So Indian Hill's going to be a man down, it looks like. I didn't see the flag.
Charlie DeGennaro checking with the ref to see what the call is. And it's going to be on the freshman, Alex Grace.
Oh,
Missed it.
I did too. But you know what? We can watch Chris's film and we can pick that up later on
That's
this
right.
evening.
We'll know exactly what happened. He's always on it.
He never misses a play. Good pass to the middle. Nice save by
Nice
Robert.
save by Brunner.
I think Robert's getting his bearings about him. He's made some nice saves now. Here comes Nick up the middle, up the side, all the way back to Robert. Robert's got to get it moving now. That's a timeout. That certainly can't be a failure. Got to be a timeout. Jamie called a timeout.
That's a tough clear when you're man down.
That's
They've got an extra guy. Even if you bring your goalie out.
Now that's a tough timeout because the Braves are going to get the ball back on their defensive end, and they still haven't gotten the clear, and the clock's got to be halfway run down by now, I would think.
Gutman was wide open on the right-hand side of the field. I don't think Robert saw him. He was jumping up and down with his stick up.
I've seen more and more of that this year watching college games where with all the 10-man rides that are out there.
Defensive timeouts?
The long clear all the way up to your attackman at the other end. In fact, a lot of times they'll just wind up and shoot 10 yards over the goal.
And back it up.
And then you're backed up. So it saves a possession and it gets your clear. And if you wind up and shoot, even if it's way off cage, it's still considered a shot. If you've got an attackman back there at the end line, it's your ball. It's not a bad strategy if you can.
7:47 left before the half. Braves are up 6-2.
6-2.
And what seems like it should be a higher score for Fenwick because they've had a lot of fast break opportunities.
They have. I think, as I said, though, I think Robert Brunner has stepped up big here in the second quarter, where they scored a couple of quick ones in the first quarter. He's made quite a number of saves here, nice saves in the second quarter. So we'll see how that.
Braves defense is doing a better job of slowing these Falcons down and making them play settled. And clearly that's not their game.
So it looks like Nick Adair. They're going with Nick over here on the. Kicks it up to Charlie. Charlie's going to get his over the midfield. Now he's got to get to the 30, and he gets his touch easily. That was
they're going to go sit behind the cage for a while. I would have
a lackluster ride there. I would have thought they would have put more pressure on under the circumstances.
Now they're bringing their second in. They're going to try to put two on Adair. A lot of hacking going on.
Keep running, Nick. There you go. Keep running, Will. There's Robbie's open on the top if you look. Look at Will Adair. It's like the Harlem Globetrotters out there.
A lot of kids don't like that. I got a feeling Will doesn't really care.
What's the call? What was that call?
I'm not sure what a hand waving like this means. But we'll give it to this ref on this side.
I think he's making that up. I don't know what that was.
Might have called an interference or something.
That might have been what it was. And here they go up the middle.
Peak, nice to slow down that fast break.
I think that's the key to stopping Fenwick is don't let them continue their fast break, because once they get into a 6-on-6, I think we've been pretty solid. Here's Antoine Peak, short stick guarding 26 up top. Rudy makes a very easy save, and he's going to Coop, and they're going fast. Oh, Cooper couldn't handle it.
Bit of a low pass.
Yeah.
Ball's down.
Cooper wants it back. Antoine's running for it. Oh, and there's a shot, and off the pipe.
Nice save by Rudy.
Off the pipe. You're not going to.
Come on, Ridge.
Cooper, I thought Cooper had it. Somebody's got to want that. Fenwick does. We're uninspired on our, well, for God's
Fenwick
sake.
doesn't want it either.
Nobody wants the ball. This is like, I think they're playing field hockey out here.
It's got to be a.
It's going to Fenwick.
Is that a failure?
I don't know what they called.
Must be a failure. We had possession, right?
I guess, yeah, maybe that's what it was. But here they go. Now they're going to settle it down and go 6-on-6 again.
They set up in kind of a 1-4-1, maybe.
Cooper's all over his guy.
And they race up with a quick double from Peak. I like that.
Yeah, I did too. That was a.
I think they're going to get that ball over on that right-hand side facing, Mike. They seem to be going in that direction quite a bit.
Have we identified their go-to guy yet? Because what I've seen is everybody wants to shoot on Fenwick's team. And they're physical, Sam.
Yeah.
They're physical dodgers, and
They're dodging 3 and 4.
boy, oh boy, our ground balls. There's Kenny Devine. He doesn't miss too many of those.
He's still got it. It's getting sloppy.
It's going to get chippy here shortly. Somebody just took Kenny Devine to the woodshed.
Let's be a push in the back.
That's going to be Indian Hill ball. But they didn't call anything there. That was just a ball out of bounds.
Guess not.
I'm mildly concerned this early in the first half that that this is going to get physical. And like I said, there's not very many teams that if it got to be chippy and physical that Indian Hill would have a problem with. But this Fenwick team's pretty good size.
I
And
think
they're
if you're Indian Hill with this
clearly
heat,
physical.
the way your offense is playing, you keep moving that ball around and make
Oh,
this
yeah.
defense just get worn out.
The defense is going to get worn out from the heat if you keep spinning that ball. Well, that was
to Jackson Ravenold.
probably an ill-advised feed to Jackson. He was covered, and it was a little bit off his shoulder. And
Ridge DeMolin on this side, riding. I like the ride against this number 7. I don't think he's had too much. It makes a nice pass. Braves are leaving a guy back, and they're getting caught with a man.
another hit, another good body check. Forrest shooting from wherever he's at. That was well off.
Riley
base and backed
Tippmann.
up.
I think they've just been told to shoot. If you've
I-
got green in front of you, you shoot.
Yep.
And there's probably a yard line. If you can get to the 25 with green, you probably shoot. That's what it seems to be.
Sure does.
And 26 is looking for a shot.
Yep. Uh-oh.
And you don't want any part of that.
Oh, what the?
That's going to be a
It's
flag
going to be
down.
on Will. I'm not sure. What did he hit? Must have hit him in the leg.
Calling Clee Kemp with the slash.
I think Will just needed a break and wants some water.
He'll sit down for a minute, and we'll get to watch the Braves man-down defense play once again.
Okay. let's
With
see,
Will out.
We'll have,
We still have the Devine brothers out there.
Yeah. And
We've
James
got
Vollmer-
number
James
23,
Vollmer should
James
be,
Vollmer, with
yeah,
the long
there's-
pole. Braves aren't ready on that restart.
No, they sure didn't look like it.
And
Nice save by
with a
Rudy.
nice save inside.
Another pickup. Nice save by
save.
Rudy again. Zips it up to Ridge. That was a nice play. Oh, turn and look. He had Cooper.
He still
wide
got him.
open.
He still got him.
Oh, Ridge tries to go over the top on the goalie.
I like the shot selection, and I like that Ridge got
Look
the dodge
at
on
Cooper
too.
Weiler coming up with the loose ball again. I guess my only concern with that is that we were man down, and it would be nice to. But yeah, how do you take that away from Ridge? He worked his way all the way down to the goal and got a good clean shot off. I guess you got to take it. So now they can burn the rest of that penalty.
They didn't have anyone backing up that shot, I don't believe, though. Because it'd be a good opportunity for a backup shot too, right?
There goes
Possession
Will.
shot.
Will's got some angle. Robbie on
with
the
goal
goal.
on the crease.
That's at least a hat trick now for Robbie, isn't it? He had 2 or 3 in the first quarter.
I quit counting Gutman's goals after
Yeah,
about 8 last time, but he's
right.
doing a phenomenal job. He's having a great season.
Again, that was a really, really nice
Let's
look
watch
from
this
Will
replay. Adair comes in, draws a slide,
Boom, boom.
and they just leave him wide open on the crease. That 3 slide's not there from the
Right.
or the 2 slide from the number 7 on that far side. I was watching him play lacrosse. Coach Scott down there charting shots.
Penalties expired. We've got everybody's on the field again. Alex Grace on the wing here. Mac Ward on the other wing. And James Vollmer taking the face-off. Kicks it back. Mac Ward comes up with it. Spins it up to Alex Grace. And
a
here
nice
we go.
clearing
This
pass.
is going to be a shot. Oh, hits the guy right in the face. Alex Grace comes up with it, takes a shot to the helmet that they didn't pay attention to.
It's playoff lacrosse, Mike.
I know.
Let the boys play.
Let him play. Here goes Will coming around the crease. Ridge, lefty, off cage.
Just off cage.
Boy, would have been a really nice little play.
He switched hands on that about
Yeah,
as
he
quick as
did.
I've ever seen anybody switch
He
hands.
did. It's like he shot the ball about mid-switch.
I don't think he realized he
Here's
was
Charlie.
set up right-handed till the ball was on the way. They're going to do it again. Ridge is open.
Oh, another one of those sneaky little shots that Will does. I like that shot.
That's a good look.
Nobody's ready for it.
He can use that defender to screen.
Yep. It's all about placement on those shots. You don't have to shoot 100 miles an hour. There's Charlie
And
dodging
Charlie.
around the left side and drops one in.
Charlie doing what Charlie does best, stepping up.
Pretty hard to stop him when he gets in front of the cage like that.
Less than 2 minutes left.
Really nice.
Oh, nice dodge.
Left-handed shot by Charlie.
They've got the defender moving up. Less than 2 minutes left. Mike here before half. Braves are up 8-2. They've looked really strong. Rudy's made a lot of nice saves.
Really, Rudy, since the second quarter started, Rudy's been outstanding with his saves. Made a couple of multiple saves. One thing I would say is I'm not all that impressed with the intensity of the ground balls for the Braves, except for Cooper Weiler, who just never misses a ground ball. Puts the brakes on, spins around.
And they got to get their
He's
touch.
Get his touch. There he's got it.
And Ridge.
Ridge is wide open to the cage, dumps it over to Will. Will spins to the inside.
I'd like to see Ridge hang on to that
there's
ball.
a flag. There's a flag. So this, if they hold it, they're not going to hold it.
Dees tries to shoot through number 2.
Falls down. Ridge comes back with it to Robbie. Robbie's, good save by the goalie. No goal, no goal.
Oh.
Goalie saved it, but it's a
Goalie
flag
sat
down.
on it, but we're going to go
Goalie's
man
hurt.
up with 1:20.
Goalie's hurting. Must have caught him in the bad spot. 1:20. We're going to have a 1-minute penalty with 1:20 left.
Everyone eager to shoot. Would have liked to see Ridge take that shot instead of making that pass on that one. I think he's got, he's just got to, it'd be good for the team for him to get through that double and really put one back there. I know he's got at least one tonight, right?
Yeah.
But it would do wonders for his confidence for him to get another
I'd
nice,
like to see
good
him
outside
launch
shot.
one. I think he's got a couple, actually. He's got that one real nice face dodge goal, and then he's got another shot from the outside that he ripped. So he's got at least 2. But I'd like to see it get to Ridge right now because he's wide open over there. Oh, good grab. Oh, circus shot by Charlie DeGennaro.
I think he's trying the Robbie Gutman shot. Didn't we
so.
see that last week?
That was his 11th goal. Was behind the back, between
Got
the
less
legs.
than a minute.
Ridge
There we
goal,
go.
and smokes one.
That's what I wanted to
That's
see,
what
Mike.
I wanted to see.
That's what I ordered. I think now you got problems on defense because you got to watch him outside. He comes in from the 20-yard line.
That's tough to stop.
Ridge is probably, undoubtedly, the hardest step-down shooter on this team, would you say?
I don't think there's any. It's not a close second. to
What do you
that.
think
I mean,
that- what do you-
Charlie can shoot really hard too, but I think it's kind of Ridge's trademark. And the amazing thing about Ridge is he can shoot right or left at about the same speed, which that's really unusual.
You know,
Usually
and
got
a
big,
90-mile-an-hour shot from that 20-yard line,
you can't
which
stop
really
it.
is 10 yards out.
The goalie's purely guessing.
is
Absolutely. You
tough
can't
to
react.
follow.
Can't react to that. James Vollmer's. This 14's a good ball player.
Yeah, he's done a nice job on the face-offs.
Good D. Our defense has been swarming.
You know, they really are collapsing
goes
on the ball very nicely.
Antoine Peak, there's a hold. It's going back to Fenwick. 37.8 seconds.
Let's see what they do on a restart here. For a team that likes to move fast, I think they seem to move it up top and move from up there. They haven't done a whole lot from
Ball
behind.
down. Get on it, boys. Cooper Weiler again comes up with the loose ball and spins out of there. Kicks it up to Carson Devine. That was a nice catch. And a feed to Charlie. It kind of finds the ground.
Just a little bit off, but
You got 17 seconds.
Still maintains.
17 seconds.
I like this
Walks
look
the
right here.
clock.
I like this right here.
Will's got a shot. Screen him. Screen him. Oh, there's a flag down now. Will scores.
Scores and takes the late hit. They're not going to call that one, but they're going to get him on the early one.
If that early one is a slash, all we need to do is win this face-off and hold it, and then we'll have the ball in the second half. But so that's want that goal? They haven't scored it yet. We were at 10-2 before.
I just think the scoreboard operator hasn't gotten it up yet, Mike,
Well,
because we're going to a face-off.
it's high time that they gave us that goal, unless they gave us an extra one on the last goal.
Will's going to take the face-off for the Braves. Will Adair. I'm sorry, that is Will Adair.
Is it Will?
That's Will.
Well, we want to win this face-off and possess the ball for the last 4 seconds of the half. And we do. Just hold on to it, Coop. That a boy.
Yeah, smart play.
Really smart play by Cooper Weiler.
So if you're Fenwick, a team that's never been down by much, and you're losing 10-2 to a game you probably thought you were going to come in and win,
Yeah.
you got to make some changes here at halftime.
Yep. They gotta. I'm not sure how deep they can dig, but obviously their go-to is their physicality and their speed moving up the field. But the Braves took that first quarter punch to the gut and have survived. And this get these boys some water and get them cooled down a little bit. We could see a
Running clock in the second half.
in the
maybe.
second half.
That would really, that running clock might change the cleanliness of this game, shall we say.
I want somebody to check the score. I'm pretty sure. All right, we got halftime. We'll be back in 9 minutes and 42 seconds to call the second half for you.
For more than 100 years, AAA has kept America's cars on the road. And no one is better equipped to care for your car than AAA Bob Summerall Tire and Service. Our ASE certified mechanics know cars from bumper. For more than 100 years, AAA has kept America's cars on the road. And no one is better equipped to care for your car than AAA Bob Summerall Tire and Service. Our ASE certified mechanics know cars from bumper to bumper and which tires you need to get where you're going. Count on AAA to keep your car running right today and down the road. Everyone is welcome at your neighborhood AAA Bob Summerall Tire and Service.
Hello, I'm Jeff Weiler. You know, when I started this business back in 1973, no one could have predicted that you would be able to buy a car from a phone that fits in your pocket. You can with Weiler Direct. The beauty is in its flexibility. With Weiler Direct, you can complete some or all of the steps online. Try it for yourself at weilerdirect.com and just pick, click, and get it quick.
All right, team. We got a long day ahead of us, but this is what we do. It's time to go to work. Yeah, let's get it.
We work, we get stuff done.
That's right.
No matter what the problem, we just roll up our sleeves.
We do.
Not afraid of the project,
Oh, no.
not afraid of the time.
Okay.
Say it, I build America, we always on time.
Let's get it.
We work, we get stuff done.
We do.
No matter what the problem,
Yeah.
we just roll up our sleeves.
That's right.
Not afraid of the project,
Oh, no.
not afraid of the time.
We
Say
got
it,
it.
I build America, we always on time.
Let's do
Listen,
it.
do you know the mission?
Huh?
Do you know the story?
Do you?
We've been at it for a minute,
Yeah.
so we're not here for the glory.
Oh, no.
We aggregate, crush rock, 24/7 non-stop. Hot products high in calcium, low in that magnesium. We'll mix it up, then bag it.
Bag it.
Y'all know what I'm saying.
And welcome to the home of the brave, our new facility as we take a look around. First up, our ticket booth, an entrance into our new facility. Over the pedestrian patio to our left, we walk in and take a look at our 5 new tennis courts where our boys and girls will take action this year. Also up top, our concession stand and restrooms and entrances to more locker rooms face the baseball and softball field. An inside look of our concession stand, it's not quite ready yet. Up top, our baseball locker room, which also doubles as middle school football right now. Our training room, an area where our student athletes can make sure they're ready for practices and the games. On the other side up top is our softball locker room, also doubling as overflow high school football locker room. Now let's take a look downstairs where we have our coaches' offices and more locker rooms. First off, our coaches' office where coaches can get prepared for practice and the games. And right next to the coaches' offices, we have our field hockey locker room and girls' lacrosse locker room. On the other side of the coaches' offices, we walk into our football locker room and boys' lacrosse locker room. Plenty of graphics have recently been installed in all the locker rooms. Home of the Braves, Indian Hill, whiteboards in all 4 locker rooms. Really a great facility for all of our student athletes. And there's a look at our new facility, Home of the Braves.
Dude, zoom into the guy shooting, please. Alright, I'm gonna switch to camera 2. Alright, camera 2, you're live. Camera 1, can you zoom back out to include the shot, please? Thank you. Alright, and then I need you to get the graphics up, please, for free throw. I think it's, what is it, number 12? Alright, graphics are going in. Alright, switching to 1. Good shot there, 1. We're gonna go back to 2. I'm gonna take the graphics out. Can we get the scoreboard back on, please? Alright, bring those back in. Alright, 1 back up. Alright, 2. I need you to be close on this one. Alright, I need you to follow the point guard as he brings up the ball. Alright? Alright, going back to 2. 1, I want you now to go down to the other end of the court, just hold like do a wide shot. We're gonna switch to you once you reach the middle of the court. Alright, switching to 1. Alright, good shot there, 2. Now 2, just stay close, alright? We want you to be close. We want you just to be like a close camera. Alright? Alright, good shot there, 1. That's good. Oh, and also, camera 2. I want you to try to keep the ball into the frame as much as you can. Alright, that's not a bad shot. Alright, 2. I want you to zoom in on the guy throwing the ball in, please. Alright, not too much. Zoom a little bit back out, alright? Perfect. Announcers, I have a replay of that if you want. We're gonna roll a replay. Let's get DDR1 up there, alright?
All right, welcome back. Teams are just coming back out on the field for the second half, and Sam and I are sitting up here looking across the field at some of the alumni that are here, tossing the ball around on the sidelines.
One being your son, Wyatt Fruland.
One being your son, Xander Johnston. They're playing catch with the ball over on the sidelines. We've got Garrett Anderson's over there. Got other guys that we can't tell. We need binoculars up here.
Westy's on the bench. He's got, of course, a bad knee.
Right.
And
Cole Warbrick's over there in the red shirt.
Cole Warbrick, who's playing at Otterbein, right?
Otterbein.
They had a good season this year.
They did. They won some games. They beat Denison, actually.
That's a good year.
I think that's probably one of their determining factors whether they had a good year or not, is if they beat Denison. I'm sorry, they didn't beat Denison. I'm mistaken. That was Ohio Wesleyan beat Denison. I don't think Otterbein beat Denison.
I think that might be Fixler over there. It's hard to tell. Jalen Thornton, who plays football at West Virginia, is over there.
Which one is Jalen? Oh, I see him.
You'll see him
in the dark.
You'll see him when he, yeah.
Yeah. Big boy.
He is. They put some weight on him. He's got, because of COVID and because he redshirted, he's got 4 years of eligibility left.
Sure.
I think he's one of the top 50 ranked defensive linemen in the country next year.
Wow.
Which is pretty cool.
Oh, he's a big boy. I just remember him playing just about everywhere at Indian Hill. They had him at tight end that his senior year running route back. Can you imagine a little D-back guarding him down the field?
We've got a Weiler over there, too.
Is that a Duke or a Graham?
That is Graham Weiler back there.
Boy, you've got better eyes than I do, Sam. I can't make those guys out.
I got to cheat. I got to look at Lopez's camera, which is
Chris zoomed in on him.
He's got the crack camera skills that make me look good.
Well, the Braves are taking the field. Fenwick is still in their huddle and getting ready to break out, and here they come. So
if you're Fenwick, what do you do, Mike?
I'm not sure what my message would be. I think they were really, really effective at their offensive strategy. They just couldn't bury enough in the cage. I really liked the speed that they play at and how fast they go up the field. But
because the Braves are a man up, they'll start and had possession at the end of the half. They're going to start with possession this half.
Right.
DeGennaro will clear for the Braves. We'll play man up. I'm not sure how much time's left on that penalty, Mike.
I think almost all of it. I think there was only 3 seconds or something when the quarter ended. So
they get to come out and play man up. I think if I'm Fenwick, you got to continue to play speed because you've got to get some goals in. But you've also got to slow down this Braves offense, and I'm not sure how they do it because they've been playing a zone and it hasn't worked so far. But maybe you go back and commit to that zone.
Yeah, they're.
Gutman's going to carry.
Gutman on a really nice move on the inside.
I mean,
it sure looked like he was going to pass out to Rich, and he just swim dodged the guy and took it to the cage. So
and we're going to get to see this replay. He starts from behind. The deep hole flashes and then just stands still. You can't do that right at goal line extended.
No,
you got to move those feet.
You got to. Cal would say you got to keep 1 foot on the crease and don't give him room to do that. Make him go outside.
And that defender's got the crease as well too. If he hangs there, right?
Yep.
That's like having another man on the field for him.
There's Antoine Peak on the wing.
Antoine close to us, and Cooper Weiler's going to take the face-off. And he's going to give his... And they're going to
give it to Fenwick, it looks like.
Interference. Seen a lot of that, kind of just running interference down there. And
Cooper's coming out top to meet up with 14, who appears to be their guy. Oh, nice shot, bounce shot, happened to go off cage, but Rudy didn't get a stick on it.
We've seen Rudy have some troubles with the daylight on this side, Mike.
Yeah, we have. Oh, here comes Will Kleekamp up the field. He's burning a lot of energy doing that.
He didn't have trouble with that one, but...
Oh, he had Alex Grace charging down the middle there. Back out to Charlie Deege, and they'll set up their 6-on-6.
But you got to wonder if that sunlight's going to be a problem here in the second half.
Yeah. Here comes Charlie. Charlie with no helmet, they're going to call that dead. And that...
And how does your helmet come off? Usually it gets hit by a stick.
Wouldn't you think? Did you watch the...
I think he's tightening it up, too.
But regardless, that doesn't just fall off because he was running so fast. It falls off because you got lifted.
He had it on loose. Maybe
Sure.
it came off, too. They're going to confer. Is this like the NFL where you got to come out of the game?
No, I don't believe it is. In fact, similar situation happened in NCAA D1 this year. Notre Dame, I'm trying to think who they were playing. Might have been a 1-2 matchup at the time. Went into overtime. Pat Cavanaugh came screaming down the field, got checked, lost his glove, or lost his shoe, and went in and scored, which would have been the end of the game. But they blew it dead because he lost his shoe, and you can't play without equipment. But they gave it back to Notre Dame.
Still maintain possession if it's not your
Right,
not your fault,
right. And
I
that didn't
guess.
used to be the case. Used to be if you're playing without equipment, it was a penalty or a turnover on offense or a penalty on defense. But they've changed that rule apparently. That
Can't play without a stick. We know that.
right. Nick's lining up and shooting from out and scores.
Oh,
Nick Adair,
Nick
that's got to be
Adair.
the longest shot he's ever had.
It's the longest
That's-
goal he's ever had.
Longest goal he's ever had.
What a nice look.
That
though.
was really nice.
He had
A
time,
nice
he had some
dodge.
time and room and took a nice crow hop and shot that down. Again, Coach McKay taught him everything he knows.
Yeah. Well,
And
it's 12-2 now.
That was a nice shot. It's not going well for the Falcons here tonight, Mike. They've
No.
got to figure out how to slow this Indian Hill team down.
I think
And
that's
then I think they've got to possess on offense because they've got to give their defense an opportunity to rest.
know,
These kids have
that's-
been playing defense all night long.
got to be a
That's-
push there somewhere, doesn't there?
Well, it
They're
should
not,
be.
They're not going to get a lot of calls going their way, I don't think, the rest of this game, the way it's going. I think
There's a flag down.
why are they blowing it dead? Ball was loose. Who's it on?
I think it was a push with possession.
It
is what
looks
I
like
saw.
it's on Fenwick, so the Braves are going to go man up, which is not a
30
good sign.
second.
That's a lot of time for this guy, this group.
When do we start running that clock, Mike?
2 more goals, Sam.
All right.
12-goal differential.
12
Clock
goals
runs.
and we roll. And I think if you're Indian Hill, you'd really like to make a statement against an 18-2 team
Yeah.
that scored a lot of goals this season, thought they had a chance coming in here and roll the clock on them and show that you're probably one
Nice feed. Robbie down low scores again. Hot Rod Robbie Gutman just tearing it up on the crease the last couple of
He
games.
has figured out that crease play.
Yes, he has. And not to mention a beautiful feed from Charlie DeGennaro from the top. It's like they found a new toy.
The step-up shooting was really nice. Good to see. He catches that ball on the crease, steps away, and turns and makes a really nice shot. Goalie has a tough time telling where
Now
that's
here's
coming from.
Vollmer coming out to take the face off with his pole, which is unusual. Usually when he takes the face, he's got his short stick. So who do we got back on defense now? Who is that over there? Is that
We've got-
Alex Grace?
We've got Antoine Peak on the wing over here. And what do you know?
No, they're going to call that on.
They call it a hold.
The guy tripped over his stick, but I guess that's what you call in that situation. It's not a trip. It's just a loose ball. Good defense by James Vollmer.
He's going for the trail check a little bit soon,
Yeah,
probably.
the first check was good, I thought. Nice feed to the middle. Shot off cage, but it's backed up by Fenwick.
I like how Rudy maintains his composure on that shot. He knew it was wide. He didn't do anything crazy. He's just kind of reacting to where the ball is instead of just making a move. It looks like he's going to get a chance here.
Another
and great defense
little
again.
trail check there. Throws that shot off wide.
The Braves defense has done a really nice job of getting on these shooters' hands tonight, Mike.
Well, yeah, I mean, Fenwick scored 2 goals in the first quarter, and that's it.
There's another one.
What's this called? Crease? Okay. 26 must have run through the crease going for the ball. So that'll be Braves ball. Kicks it out. Up to Carson Devine. Over to Charlie Dees. Gets his touch and feeds the middle. Oh, that's Ridge. Oh, Ridge loses it. Tried to turn his way out, and the defender knocked the ball loose. Charlie's after him. As is Will Adair. There's a flag down.
That's going to be
Ball's
a slash.
Loose. And
I don't think there was a slash there, but they're going to call it because he's swinging
the
stick.
Looked like a good check, but
when you swing that stick with one hand like that, they have a tendency to call that slash.
Yep.
Now, in the high school game, do they have to call it on a one-hand
No.
check?
No, they do not.
That's sort of a remnant from
that's
middle
a
school.
Middle
right?
school, and
Yeah.
Penalty on the Braves.
in fact, I mean, that check, you'll see it on every single transition, every single possession at the college
Braves
level.
defense, again, has had their backs turned on the restart. I guess they feel like
Once again,
they can do that.
if you make them pass, they're going to turn it over.
Cooper Weiler with another ground ball. Nick Adair's going to attract
Nick's
two
going
on
to
the
get in trouble
sideline.
here. Boy, he just sneaks right through, doesn't he?
Yeah, takes a slash on the back of the leg, which is not a slash. And
Gives his
still,
touch.
still killing penalty, but Mike, last time they shot on a penalty kill, so I'm not sure
Yeah.
that playing man down means that they slow down this offense.
I don't think so either. I think it would be in this heat,
Especially with
and
one
as
more.
physical as these guys are, I think it would be beneficial to get this clock running and get this game over.
Especially, yeah, I was going to say,
It's
especially
just-
with that ability to get the.
Timeout, White. Good call. Jamie called that just before Will pitched it behind his back to Nick to Nick. So that was a good timeout. 7:46 left in the third quarter. Braves are up 13-2. One more goal, and they will start the clock on the faceoff, and it will run until Fenwick scores, or unless there's a timeout or an injury. Let's. And like I said, I think under the circumstances, Fenwick's big and physical, and an 18-2 team getting handled like this, they're probably not very happy. It's likely to get chippy.
Yeah.
And it's hot, and we've got a big game coming up. Let's get this one in the books.
Braves roster not very deep. Not a lot of players on that roster, so you want to keep everybody healthy.
Yeah. Jamie's done a really nice job of getting everybody filtered through. Not just at the end of the game. I mean, he's getting these freshmen in there, getting some legitimate playing time, during the game when it matters. I think that's more important than just saving your subs to go in the last 5 minutes of the garbage time. I think it means less to them. I think if they get in earlier, it builds some confidence in them. And
It's always fun to get varsity time when you're a freshman.
Yeah.
And part of that's out of necessity, but it's also he's smart because he's preparing for.
Oh, that was a nice
next
move.
year.
Did you see what they did there?
Yeah.
They had Kyle Ennis over on the far by the box. He just stepped back across the field, and Carson Devine stepped across and was wide open for the rollout to get the ball into play.
That's a variation of the Tim McKay Navy clear.
Yes, yeah, it is.
Good lacrosse play.
Here's Charlie setting up the dodge, it looks like to me, but he's already got a slide halfway between him and his defender. I would think that would mean somebody's got to be open.
And there he is.
Oh, it's Kyle Ennis on the crease, and he just couldn't handle it. Otherwise, he'd have had a great opportunity at a shot.
I think he looked a little shocked that it was coming in his way.
I think so. But again, it's good to get him in there and get that opportunity because
it's a fast game.
Here comes Will around the corner. Will inside.
He makes a nice move.
That was a nice save by the goalie.
Gets a shot off before he gets inside of the crease, and it was a nice save by the goalie for the Falcons.
Here they come.
And I think this is where you try to slow it down. But
Boy, oh boy. Oh, off the pipe.
and Rudy might have had that save.
Might have got a stick on that. But that guy was wide open, Sam. We've got to watch out for that because there's a team down the hill that's not going to miss that if they get that opportunity. Really nice long clear all the way. Oh, couldn't
just
quite
out
get
of
to
reach.
it. And that was Cooper. He's pretty sure-handed with that stick.
Might have thought he was a little closer to midfield line than he was. This team just doesn't know how to settle.
They don't.
They just run fast.
And a goal. Again,
goal.
fast. Man, you can't blink. I know it's 13-3, but all three of their goals have been really, really exciting goals.
Every one of them's come on a fast break, right?
Every one of them. And the one that they just missed would have been considered at least a transition goal, if not a true fast break goal. But all good looks. Now we're back down to a 10-goal differential, so we've got to pick up the pace here if they want to get this clock running. No, they're going to give it to Fenwick.
That's a procedure call.
I've seen that on James a couple
Vollmer.
times this year, and I don't know. Look at
He's just not doing as well. He's just not doing as well with that long pole on the face-off as he does with the.
there's Antoine
short.
Peak on the wing, coming up the side. Look at him go, Sam.
He should run straight to the goal. That's, you might slash at him, but
Wow.
you're not going to catch him.
No, you're
That's
not.
a really nice clear.
You're
by
not going to
Peak.
outrun Antoine Peak.
It's a good example of a defensive midfielder, short
There's
stick, doing
Charlie
what he does.
beating his guy. That's going to be a goal. That's just too easy. When Charlie's got his guy that far out and there's no imminent slide,
that
he's going to
replay.
go. He's going to score.
It's too much green
Right
between.
here, Charlie knows he's got a goal because there's nobody in front of him.
The
And
slide has to come from way
the guy
too far.
coming from the coma slide, as you call it, the guy coming from that crease is just not going to get there quick enough.
Even if he got there quick, Adair was wide open on that
Yeah.
crease, and Charlie's going to make that pass. So good heads up lacrosse by the Braves. I think it's a good thing we don't get paid by the hour, Mike, because I think we're going to go to a running clock here soon.
Yeah. You get paid?
Oh, I wasn't supposed to tell you anything about that. Vollmer's now out with a short stick. I think he's more comfortable with the face-off.
I think so too. He seems to have better success popping it loose like that. But again, Fenwick comes up with it, and here they go, right up the middle they go. I love their aggression on offense.
They're having trouble when they have to make more than two
Oh,
or
look
three
at
passes.
they have a guy right open in the middle, and he wouldn't feed him. Shot, off cage, backed up.
Let's see what they do
by
here on
Fenwick.
this restart.
And we got Vollmer out there with a short stick playing defense.
Yep. They go to a kind of a 1-4-1 almost. Nope.
So you really have 5 defenders on the field,
Playing
and Nick Adair, who's a great defender in his own right. Wow. I would expected a good kick out by Kenny Devine to Carson Devine. Will Kleekamp comes up with a flag down. Charlie's going to try and pick it up. Can't. There's another flag. No, yeah, they're going to call a second flag. So Braves are probably going to be 2 men up here.
And what I like there is Charlie's keeping his cool. Yeah, this is a game where he could easily get
Yeah.
upset about that, but he saw
Yeah.
the flag down, and
Yeah, you're right.
He
Couple years ago, that would have probably gotten Charlie some time in the box. Okay, it's 14-3. One more goal, and they're
slash.
2 men down. First one was a
And a
slash.
push.
Second one was a push. So a minute and a half, but I would have to believe it's not going to take that long. They're 6-on-4 here with Robbie Gutman standing in the middle. There's nobody to guard Robbie now on this, Sam. If you think about it, they only have 4 defenders. They can't hardly sacrifice one to stay on the crease. So I would predict that Robbie's going to get another goal here. What do you think?
Maybe Robbie up inside.
Right there, he's wide open. I mean,
it
if
could
Ridge
be.
was
It could be
looking-
Ridge outside too, taking the
It-
shot
it-
because now Ridge is open.
They're collapsing.
Or they could let DeGennaro dodge.
Muscle his way through. Oh, Nick Adair
Why
on
not?
another rocket shot to the
Why
corner.
not? Excellent
And,
job, Nick.
That's 15-3. So upon this next faceoff, the clock will run and not stop until Fenwick scores again.
I like that shot selection.
That was
Nick
a really,
stepped in.
really nice shot. Yep, he stepped in and just ripped it. It was.
You know, you get to practice those shots a lot, right? When you're at home in the backyard,
Yeah, that's
you're on
a-
that net.
That's
And
a backyard shot.
I think Nick felt at home.
Is that Miller Elspaw I see on the other side, towering over everybody, standing next to Xander?
Oh, yeah.
We do. We've got. We have a good team over there. Oh, good defense.
Oh, and Rudy's going to come out and contest.
I like it. I like that he is.
Hey,
but
Rudy
that's
plays
gonna go-
box.
Yeah, there you go.
I think he's played on the field in box.
Yes. He
You like to see
absolutely has.
that. You like to see that with a goalie. That's a dedication all around. Hey, Rudy played with a long pole for a while too.
Oh, shot just off cage, but they got a good look at it. And the clock is in fact running, so.
And that's going to be maybe no.
Oh, nice.
It's
Cooper
gonna be-
Weiler just scrapes it
Oh.
up. Oh, he just airmails it over the top of Will Adair.
He was a little too excited on that.
Yeah, he saw a goal there, and
Cooper's beating himself up, but he does that usually twice a game anyway, right?
yes.
He's going to get one of these days, and we're going to get to see it.
Oh, there's a sun,
Yeah.
a result of the sun. He absolutely didn't see that ball. So in 3 minutes, the Sun's going to be at the other end, and their goalie is going to be facing it.
Robbie's going to go on the restart. And I'm assuming he's going to run
Nice move.
coast to coast.
Nice move.
He's a football player.
We were talking about that before. Is he a running back or a
I
quarterback?
think he plays quarterback, but I'm not sure. But nobody plays quarterback at Indian Hill next year except for Ty Thornton.
Right,
so-
right. Oh, Will Adair on the bounce shot.
And that's a great
Ridge-
goalie backup.
It is.
Ridge is slow.
Well,
Ridge is faster than that. We know that.
Ridge is still recovering from a very badly sprained ankle. So
I gotcha. That makes sense. Because usually Ridge is
another
a lot faster.
another pass that was taken up by the Sun. Here, Ridge isn't going to let this one go. Oh,
Nice. Ooh,
comes
I
up
thought
with
that
his
was a
ground
save.
ball.
Got his own rebound.
I think he might have. He stepped in the crease.
Yep.
Okay.
Here, Wally explaining it. Always
Yeah.
does a nice job.
Here they come. Cooper Weiler's going to engage the guy on top.
And they've got a guy behind the defense again, standing on the crease. Oh, there we go.
Antoine
Got
Pete.
Hayden Wentz down there on the crease.
Look at Antoine. He's going. Oh, good snag. That's a nice handle by the ball down.
Antoine with a nice push forward.
It's going to be over and back. There, Cooper launches one, and Kyle Ennis with a really nice grab. And it bumps off his stick out of bounds. That was his first effort. Was fantastic, though. He got his stick way up. He's getting a little sloppy here, Sam.
Yep.
Oh, look at the takeaway, and then Cooper loses his feet, and
I guess
that's got to be a push or something.
these guys might be gassed.
I think they are. I think
Yeah.
they are, and that's why I'm not.
Cooper's jersey come off?
I think his pants are ripped. No, I guess you're right. It's Cooper's coming off the field.
I think he needs a rest. He is
Well-
gassed. He's gotten a bunch of ground balls.
Well, 33, 32, 31. The clock's running, and this quarter's going to be over. This was a very, very quick, and I'm guessing the fourth quarter is going to be just as quick.
A very decisive quarter for the Braves.
Yes.
This defense for the Falcons has just got to be
Charlie's
exhausted.
got his guy beat again. Flips it across. Oh,
beautiful
Will.
look and a nice shot
Nice
from
ground
Will
ball by Charlie.
on the quick stick.
Comes across again, and that's just too hot for Nick to handle, so that'll go back to Fenwick, but that's going to be the end of the quarter. So,
All
there
right.
it is.
I think we're seeing what we thought might have happened.
That's what I was thinking. I was told that Fenwick's 18-2, and they're really good this year, and you never know because, like I said, the last time we did this, Fenwick knocked us out of the tournament. So
I think the game that stood out for me on their schedule is their loss to CHCA.
yeah, that
18-16.
that was not competitive for us at all, and for them to lose to them, that shows a different level of.
But they still managed to score 16 goals in that loss,
Sure,
so that
sure.
raises eyebrows as well too.
Well, you've watched them go. If a team doesn't have a defense as strong as ours, they're going to put points on the board. They move up and down the field at a very rapid pace.
Yeah, they're not afraid to shoot. Cheers going out in the crowd. Packed Tomahawk Stadium.
Yeah.
Good to see. Lots of lacrosse fans out.
Thousands of people here.
Gorgeous night.
It is a nice night. I'm sure that the fans appreciate the shade now, sitting in the stands here. 'Cause
Good showing from the Fenwick folks as well too, and we expect that during playoff lacrosse. People travel well.
It was funny when I got here a little early. All the fans in the stands were all Fenwick. I think they must have followed the bus up here and got here early because there was a lot of Fenwick, but Indian Hill fans have shown well tonight, and they come in a little bit later. Mr. Ravenall looks like he's exiting. I'm not sure why. His son's been in the game most of the night.
Maybe he runs when the clock runs.
That might be it. Maybe he thinks it's going to take him 12 minutes to get to his car.
Getting closer to the exit. All right.
Here we go. 12 minutes.
Vollmer's going to take the face-off again. And Peak
Antoine Peak
with the
comes
ground
in.
ball opportunity.
It's always an adventure. Charlie comes up with it. No, that was Vollmer with the shorty. Uh-oh.
A dangerous pass in the middle.
Nick
handles.
comes up with it and miss. Wow. Sloppy.
It's almost a timeout ball.
Boy,
Oof.
can't do it now.
Teams have to be
That
gassed.
that was sloppy, and you're right. I think you start to get winded and just worn out. Strange things happen. There's a shot and a goal.
That's a nice dodge and a nice shot.
So that's going to stop the clock.
What number was that?
I don't.
32?
I don't know if it was.
Couldn't see. Uses the
JT Maxwell.
Uses the defender as a screen on that goal.
But
And
again, as soon as they get the ball, they're going to the cage.
Yep.
There's no hesitation, which I
think
love
if you're
that
I think if you're a
style.
goalie, you got to expect that it's coming.
Right.
Makes it a little easier.
All right. Vollmer wins the faceoff back to himself that time. Kicks it back to Rudy.
That does not count as a save.
No.
We've had
Oh
some.
no! See, we're sloppy. We're sloppy. And there's Nick, as always, coming up with the loose ball. Get it in the hands of Charlie. Charlie's going to the cage. Ripping, scoring. So
And-
the clock is stopped, but it'll start again on the face-off, and it'll run again. So I think it's important for our guys because they are looking a little gassed out there. And the stick skills and the hand-eye coordination is one of the first things to go when you get tired.
Yeah, that's a nice shot. Goes to that near post low. Goalie has a tough time. It's that sun out there is just brutal on that end of the field. We've seen a couple of passes missed.
I just feel on plays like that, if Charlie gets the ball, if he just keeps dodging, he's going to get to the cage. I mean, that's got to be a hold. That's a hold on Fenwick. That's going to go Indian Hill way. So Alex Grace will pick the ball up. What's the call? Get back, get back. Oh, yeah, there was no possession, so you can't come outside of the box until the whistle blows.
That's better than them blowing a whistle.
Yes.
Gutman's going to carry. And work on the touch.
He's got it. Kicks it back out. 10 minutes left. It's Braves 16-4 over Fenwick in a decisive game.
Rabin Old passes to DeMolin, who puts it behind to Will Adair.
Out to Charlie.
Charlie
out
on that
to Innes,
wing.
and Innes pops loose from him.
Innes with a ball handling error, saved by DeGennaro from going out of bounds. So, Mike, Southern Ohio, what's new? You got Marymount and Indian Hill most likely in a regional final.
I don't know if there's any most likely about it. Aren't they playing tonight too?
They play tonight as well too.
Ball's loose on the ground.
They
Will Adair recovered it. I'm kind of surprised they didn't call goalie interference. I think the goalie kind of had it in the stick, but it might have been out of the crease. So that was close. I've seen him. I would have not argued that call had they made that. Here goes Charlie again. That's what I'm saying. I think Charlie could dodge. That's Jackson Ravenhold.
I think they're trying to get the maybe the underclassmen some time and some shots. I don't know.
Yeah, Kyle Innes. Back to Will. Will's going to have a substantially heavier load to carry next year.
Here we go.
This Ridge going
This
for
is
one
Ridge.
of his. Nice
And
save.
nice save.
Nice save by the goalie.
Goes
Got
to his
down
right-hand
low.
side.
Got down low and scooped it out of there.
Shoots it low.
And here they go. Fenwick
And
on their horse.
Gutman on the ride.
Oh, and just that's
That's
a pass, so that's gonna go back to Indian Hill regardless. But there was no backup, even if it were a shot.
I think when you're a fast team like that, Mike, you just don't give your offense a chance. You don't give your defense a chance to rest in a game like this. So I get playing fast, but it's really worked against him in this game because
It has.
If they haven't been able to rest up that defense.
And the other thing is that, and you mentioned it early, they don't quite have the. Well, neither do we apparently. They don't have the passing and catching ability of a team that runs that fast. That's one of the keys to running fast like that is the ability to pass and catch the ball.
Got to give some credit to the Braves defense. They have been
no
good on
question.
their sticks. They've made them shoot a lot of bad shots. If you're the Braves and you're looking to improve, what part of this game do you look at and say, we could have done a better job with?
I think early on, and I haven't really noticed it so much since then, but early on, I didn't think that we were intense enough on going after the 50-50 balls, and we've had a couple of backups that I think should have been ours that weren't.
I'd agree with you on both of those.
But I think there are reasons for it. Clearly on the one with Ridge, he just doesn't have the 0 to 60. Hayden Wentz
with a backhanded shot.
That's a shot, so that's going to be Indian Hill ball. Hayden's bringing it back in from X now.
I think I'd like to see the ride maybe a little bit more aggressive. They've done a nice job, but not.
You're right. A lot of the turnovers have been again because of bad passes as opposed to forced turnovers. But I'll tell you,
This Fenwick goalie's played a nice game, actually.
Yeah, he has. Oh, Nick Adair on a bounce shot.
Nick is
from
now a
outside.
20-yard shooter.
Yes, he is. That's
he changed into that today. Why not?
Yeah.
Clock's running. He's a senior.
We're already down inside of 7 minutes. Shot off
Deesh.
cage. That's a clock burner there. As the clock just keeps on running, with or without the ref's whistle. So Will's bringing it back in here.
I really like his game. He's gotten unselfish.
Yes, he really
I think
has.
he used to be a dodge guy, and
I
he
agree.
really looks for the.
We've noticed that early on
Looks
where
for
he
the
was coming
assists.
across the top with his head up, and he's hit, I think it was Robbie on a really nice feed. That's a Ward. They call it a hold, but I think he was holding the defender's stick
Yeah.
with his arm.
offensive
I
hold.
don't like that call because the defender's the one that put his stick there.
This is where I'd like to see him ride.
Yeah, you're right. But
It's-
again, they're hot and they ride.
And there they go.
What's that call? A timeout.
Good timeout.
Phil Keegan with the very well-timed timeout because that was not going to end well.
Phil Keegan, known for being really the, I think he may have started that program up near Bishop Fenwick in Middletown, and runs that Steel City tournament. At least he did
Yep.
for a while. I'm not sure if he's still there,
Yeah.
but that was one of the 2 tournaments that kids could play in back in the day.
Sure. We
That and Lax Fest
we
down
came-
at
yeah, down at the
swamp,
down at the swamp.
down in Newtown.
The
Mark Howell ran that one.
Steel City up in Middletown, that was one that before we moved down to Cincinnati, we played in that tournament with our Black Swamp team. Our 5th and 6th grade Black Swamp team came down and played in that tournament. So that draws teams from all over the place. Kind of like the Ohio Cup, I suppose.
It does. We saw teams from Dublin play there. Yeah, it was good. Good. It was always good when those kids were that age to get out and play a team that was not one of the teams that you played through youth all season long. You know, you had one or
Right.
2 opportunities a year. There's no other tournament, but
Yeah, there weren't as many tournaments back then like there are now. Certainly, there are tournaments every weekend all summer long now. That a lot more opportunity, which is what we all hope for.
yep. I'm imagining he's coached or been around a lot of these kids since they started playing lacrosse. and
Sure.
That's kind of a neat thing.
Yep.
Braves meandering back to defense.
Yeah, I think everybody's ready to go home.
Timeout
Looks like
stops
to
the
me.
clock
Yeah,
at 5:36.
looks like each team has one timeout left, and I wouldn't be surprised if those both get used before the end of this.
I'm not sure.
I don't know.
I'd let it roll.
I would let it roll, but if they're trying to get their
See what
guys
they
a
do on
breather,
this ride.
looks like they're coming up with it.
And-
Antoine comes up with the ball, drops it. He's got 4 ground balls right there.
And you do not want to come out of a timeout with a possession when you've been trying to clear and then
Alex
fail to
Grace
clear.
with the ball at midfield, running up the middle. Nicely done.
Ridge gets a
kicks
touch.
it up to Ridge Des Moines. Back to Will Adair.
Braves are moving off, playing that 1-4-1, giving their attackman behind a chance to dodge and creating some
There's Ridge.
opportunities.
Oh, Ridge on another. Oh, that's going to be backed up. Oh, he gave it to Indian Hill.
That was close.
I think I may have given that to the goalie,
I
but
would have given it to the goalie.
I think he was closer.
You're
to the
a
ball
homer. You're a
to win
homer, though.
where-
You would have given it to the Braves.
No, I
so.
don't think that. I said, oh, Charlie on a.
Charlie padding his stats.
This is
A nice roll and score. We get a replay on this one. Just on the restart, and that defense you can see is sloughed back.
boom. Nice spin dodge around the corner, gets just above GLE and sticks those long arms out and rips it back. James Vollmer with a short stick back out here taking the face off. Alex Grace on a wing and Cooper Weiler on the other wing. So kind of a mix of new and experienced out here. Cooper's got a ground ball. Yet another. I wonder how many he's got tonight, Sam.
I wonder how many he's got this season. Every game I watch him, he's got a ton of ground balls.
Oh, he's really good with that stick.
He's really doing well on that wing.
Oh, Ridge gets the ball taken away for a moment and then gets it stripped from him. Now this could be. He doesn't have his ankle in gear to chase guys down, which is probably just as well because that would have been a penalty. Big shot off cage. Rudy's kind of going around the back of the cage to get.
Seeing maybe if he had a play on that ball. He's got a comfortable enough lead.
Well, that's the thing. We've got a 13-goal lead now, so even if they do throw one in here, which looks like they're going to, and they do.
That was a nice dodge.
It was a nice dodge.
That's a bull dodge into 2. Pushes the defenders off, backs out, and gets the open shot.
That's why it's nice to get that 13-goal lead, though. Even if they do come back and get one, the clock keeps running.
That's right.
And with 2:56 and they're all walking back to the face-off X, there might only be a couple possessions left in this game, Sam.
Yeah, it would be nice to have kept them to 4 goals. Would have been nice to have kept them to less. I just think this team is gassed. They're ready to call it a game, rest up, and get ready for what inevitably is going to be the annual event in Southern Ohio.
Looks like Mac Ward's taking Cooper's position on the wing over there. James Vollmer's coming up with the ground ball, and he does. Kicks it back to Robert Brunner.
Again, not a shot on goal. We have some goalie parents that would call that a shot on goal.
Yeah, I wouldn't count that.
We won't name those.
Oh, that's nice clear.
Oh, and he's behind.
Nice clear. That's
Defense.
Robbie's coming up. Nice feet. Oh, Ridge. Just off his stick. Willadair back in the corner with it with 1:53.
And we're playing
I think we're
yellow.
I don't think they know the word yellow this year. Ridge. Oh, what a nice reach shot by Ridge.
Hey, and that's a great way for him to end this
Yes,
game,
it is.
too, because he didn't have a couple
It
of
really
good
was.
possessions there.
Right.
I know his ankle seems to
he's
be
not
bothering him.
100%, but it's nice to get some goals, and that was a real nice touch goal. That wasn't a typical Ridge DeMolin wind up and rip it. He placed that.
For those kids watching at home, he stepped in with his stick up in the shooting position, which is, saved you that time. And the pass was right there, so all he had to do was follow through. Very nice goal.
So now we're down to a minute left, and if the Braves win this possession,
I got to give the
think we
Falcons
can
some
wrap
credit.
this one up.
This game did not get chippy.
No, it didn't.
They continue to play hard.
Kyle Ennis back there.
Hopefully, I didn't say something too soon.
Oh, Kyle Ennis.
But to me, that's a sign of a team that's pretty well coached. They're going to continue to play through.
They haven't quit, I'll
tough
tell you
times.
that. They keep, every time they get the ball, like I said, they're 100 miles an hour going to the goal. It looks like they're going to let it dry down here now with 33 seconds. Oh, and an interception by Trey Carter, another freshman.
And Will does the gentlemanly
Will
thing.
does the right thing and just spins it back out to burn the clock down. There's still 19 seconds. Now, if that guy doesn't quit doing that, Will's going to go and shoot. You're doing the nice thing by...
He's playing defense, but he's realizes we're going to...
Will still got the ball. The defender thought he threw it.
Southern Ohio.
Well, a very decisive victory, and the right two teams are going to meet in the regional championship once again.
Might be the two best teams in the state, too, Mike.
Might be. There's some talk about that the Southern region has two of the best teams in Indian Hill and Marymount, and we'll find out which one of them goes forward to Columbus.
Well, it's sure to be a packed house. What I understand is that game will be played at Marymount. Correct? The higher seed plays the home.
No, the regional championships always at a neutral site.
Well, they announced today that they're not doing neutral
they're not
fields
doing
this year
anymore?
So,
all right, we got
we'll travel
our
down
production crew with Dennis Dupps, the legend. Steve Overberg is the producer, director, technical director in replay. Mr. Dupps jumps in and does the graphics.
Gino doing an amazing job on the camera up here.
And Katie Overberg on another camera. And I'm Mike Frulin.
Sam Johnston.
And we will see you at the regional championship.
Good night.
Exclusive coverage of tonight's game on the Indian Hill Television Network has been a copyrighted presentation of the Indian Hill High School Video Department.